The other day I tied this knot in a 13 part 4 Bight Casa knot, but I don't like where this double is, and with that knot the double went in, it come out at an over 2 and an over 3, which I don't really like. So I was trying to see, so I drew a grid diagram to see if I could correct that or make it different. And so I come up with this to where you only have an over 1 and an over 2 at that double, or that unsplit pair. And so I tied it in this. This is a 13 part 4 Bight knot, and this is on a 7/8 dowel, and it's a little small. It's got it crowded. But this is an 11 part 5 Bight knot, and that fits this stick pretty nice, and I kind of like the way that knot turned out. But where we did a 13/4 the other day, I want to do a video of showing how to do this interweave in a 13 part 4 Bight Casa knot. And if you'd like to do a screenshot of that, I'll hold that a second so that you can. Then just to keep notes so that you know how to do it, here you can do a screenshot of the run list, which you might not, if you don't have the video or anything, don't have internet, sometimes it's nice to have a run list. So I wrote those out, but now we're going to tie it. And we go on the back side of our standing end, and we go under one, and we follow the one on our right just like you would if you're tying a herringbone interweave, doing the same thing it's doing. Until you get up here to the top. When you right here, we're going to go over a 2 to make our switch, and we're going to go over these two strands before we go out of the knot. So see how there's a strand here and a strand here, so we go over 2 before we do our under over coming out of our knot. Now if you have trouble figuring that out, just you can follow the run list and it'll help you. Now that we go out over 1, we're going to come in under 1. Now we're following this strand, making our doubles. Now we come to our pair, so we're going to go over 1 and split this pair and go under 2. Now we just keep following over, under, over. Now we've got another pair, so we go under the pair, get my twists out. Okay, now after we went under that pair, split the pair and went under 2, now we've got to go over these 2 and under this one, split this pair. See our pair from where we went in beside our standing end. So we're going to go over 2, under 1, and then out over 2. So right here is where we're making our transition from our herringbone weave to our gaucho weave. Now it's under 1, over 1, under 1, then we've got an over 1, under 2, split our pair and go under 2. Over 1, under 1. Now we're over 1, split our pair, under 2. Now here's our over 2, because see on our primary knot, there's our 2 before the edge. So we over 2, under 1, split that pair, and out over 2. Now we come under 1, over 1, under 1 to split this, now we're going to go over 2, because see we had this long jump, we're going to go over it, split our pair, and go under 2. See that long jump where it went over 2, and now it's going over there, so it's going over 3. That's our pair, but we're clear over here, so we're going to go over 2, split a pair here, these 2, and under 2. That could be a little confusing. Okay, over 1, under 1, split a pair. Over 2, split a pair, under 2. Here's our over 2. Now we've got a pair, so we split a pair and go under 2, over 2 out of the knot. Okay, we come under 1, over 1, under 1, here's the same as on the other end where we got this over 3, and we're right in the center of it almost, but we're going to go over 2, split this pair, and under 2. Then over 1, under 1, split that pair. Over 2, split a pair, under 2. And now here is our over 2. They're both primary strings. Split that pair and go under 2, over 2. Come back in the knot, under 1. Over 2, under 1. Now we're going to go over our 2, and it's this long jump one. Over 2, split that pair, under 2. Take some twists out. Now we're going to go over 1, split a pair, under 2, split a pair, over 2, split a pair, under 2. Okay. Now here we got it. These two red ones are two that we've got to go over. So we got to go over this one, split that pair, under one, and over one. So it's over one, under one, over one. That's our transition spot. Now we go over one, split that pair, and go under two, over two out of the knot. So see how we went over one, over primary string, under our interweave string, over a primary string. That made our over two on our primaries. Okay, under split a pair and go under two, over two. We come back into our knot, under one, over two, and split that pair, and go under one, now we got to go over the center of our long string, so it's over two, split that pair, under two, over one, split a pair, under two, split a pair, over two, split a pair, under two, and here is where we have our over one, under one, over one to split this pair, and then just under two, over two out of the knot. Now we're coming back in, under two, split that pair, over two, under one, so we can go over the center of our long one. So it's over two, split that pair, under two, over two, splitting a pair, under two, splitting a pair, over two, split that pair, come out, splitting a pair, now here where we were doing our 1 1 1, now that we got this pair to split, we can go over two, split that pair, go under one, over one, split that pair, so we can do our under two, over two coming out of our knot. Now I go over the working end and standing into my primary knot and go in alongside the working end of my interweave knot, and that finishes our knot. But I think where we have this unsplit pair that I hate, you don't notice it as much, where this is a 1 and that's a 2. Where on the knot we tied in the other video, it was a 2 and a 3. And I think that just made it a lot more noticeable. But we've got our Gaucho bights. So we got our V here. Then we got our herringbone in the center. And then we got our V's here for our Gaucho bights on the other side. Nice little knot. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.